Gwen Miniatures. My name is Rachel and today I'm going to be working on the attic room, hoping to make some seats and some shelving from board, some like cardboard, this stuff. So I'm going to be using this to build a seating arrangement which goes around the edge of the room in a curve. Yes, it's going to be very challenging with with some shelving that fits into the apex, and I want the whole thing to be one thing and to slide in and out. I've done a very rough sketch, very rough sketch. This probably means absolutely nothing to you from this scribble, but it should go around like that with the window in the middle and some shelving. So this is what I have in my head, hoping it works out. So we shall see how we go. I shall see you later. So this is the attic room before I start. I just wanted to show you the space before we get going modifying it. New window, that's still up, that's not fallen off or anything, so that's good. So it's a bit of a jigsaw at the moment. Thankfully I've written everything on the pieces, so I when I cut them I did thinner templates first, and then I used those from my measurements to cut out the pieces that I need. But I think I'm going to need, these are going to be like the sides of the seating. I think I'm going to need this to be thicker because this board is, it's like a sort of dense fiberboard type stuff, cardboard. It's about 1.5 millimeters thick, and it's not going to be thick enough for the main body of the project. So I've got 2 pieces cut for the shelving, and I think I'm going to need to cut out another 2 of these, so I'm going to do that first. The first thing I have to do is glue these pieces together that need reinforcing. So these are the actual seats where Tiny Gwen and her friends are going to be sitting in her luxury magical room. Oh, I just need to, I've got these little bits because I've had to, oh, let's do that properly. I've had to cut sections out to fit around some of the little beams and the sections in the room, so nothing is straightforward in this room because there's little bits poking out and sills and beams and goodness knows what. So I need to stick these pieces together to reinforce them because the card was a little bit too thin, and these are the strange curved sides, so when everything kind of curved, so I've got those going together. They're going to form like the arms of the chair. I can't remember which way round I did these now. It didn't make sense when I did it, but we'll get there. And the shelving and the long shelving, so they need all gluing together. I'm going to use PVA, which is going to take a bit longer to dry, but that's okay. I'm going to do this and then have a cup of tea. I confess I have 2 pieces that I've written sides on, and I have absolutely no idea what sides I'm talking about. I'm wondering if it's for the, oh, I know what it is. It's for the, yeah, it's to fit the shelving into. Okay, managed to remember. That's good, because that was quite worrying, because I would have found out eventually when I was trying to put it all together. But there we go. I think I might need to double those up as well. I'll see how I go for now, see what happens. Right, so I'm going to stick these together. So I've done these, side pieces, the shelf, the seat. I've just got this top shelf to do. And they're all clipped together, and I've got my 1, 2, 3 blocks to keep them together. That should be okay, so it's a bit smaller. Okay, so I'm going to get a cup of tea and then I should be assembling. Just wanted to show you quickly that I've used this lightweight filler on the edges that are going to show on these pieces, the ones that have been doubled up, so there's no gaps. Now I need to find out just how high these seats are going to be. So I want them to come, they're going to be very, very low. I want them to come just at the bottom of the window. So I need to measure, from there to there, and then I've got to cut some supports to enable me to put the seat flat. All the supporting legs are stuck on. I admit I made a bit of a mess of it first time round. I had to, I've been working kind of upside down and back to front, so this leg here I'd put up here, but of course I've got the shelf. I say of course, I mean you probably haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, but I've got a shelf that's going to go along the back and will support this section. But I got it all the wrong way round in my head, and I decided I was supporting this section with the shelf, but of course I'm not, because this section is going to be the piece with the arm. So I've restuck everything. I've added a bit more support in the middle. So these are different heights to this, because this has to go underneath this. So yeah, it's been more complicated than I initially thought, but I think I'm there now. I've also cut some strips here which I'm going to use to go across the front. Obviously I will show you anyway, so I'm just waiting for these to dry. Another cup of tea and a few lessons learnt, so yeah, all good. This is the shelving, so I've been putting all the pieces together. I've glued them all with some 3-in-1 glue, and now I'm just putting on an extra bit of PVA just for extra strength, and also it'll seal the cardboard, so when I come to paint it, it's not all gonna just sink in. But I will be doing some extra filling once it's all dry. I need a jig, really. A jig would be helpful, but I haven't got one, so I'm having to use whatever I've got. Maybe I'll get some more 1, 2, 3 blocks. I think that might be a good plan, because I'm propping it up with everything I've got at the moment, but hopefully that'll dry and be stronger than it looks at the moment, and then I'll use a bit of polyfiller again in the gaps. Two little brackets, just triangles of cardboard, just to strengthen that middle shelf a bit. I've marked where the bench needs to stick to the sides of the seat. I'm just sticking those on now. Now we've got a storm, just had some lightning, torrential rain. It's been lovely and sunny. It's like this. I don't know what's going on with this weather in this country at the moment. Well, this is a warts and all channel, and I have changed my mind again. I've taken off the little legs because I just wasn't happy with them. They were untidy, they weren't strong enough. You know, I could have just put up with them. They did do their job, but I wasn't happy, so I've decided to I've leveled out the base. It looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but I've leveled out the base. I've added extra pieces. These have to be restuck, of course. And I'm cutting pieces now that I'm going to be adding inside and around the curved area. It's going to look so much neater and be much, much stronger. So yeah, it'll be much better. It's a learning curve. All the edge bits are in place. they're all drying. I have packed it up with loads of things to try to stop it moving. Trying to keep a curve in cardboard isn't easy. So we'll just hope for the best now. So it's now early evening. I've come back out just to fill in some gaps with the filler, but it's pretty much done now. I need to paint it tomorrow. I'm going to let it all completely dry overnight and then come back out tomorrow, get it painted and get some cushions made. So yeah, quite looking forward to that bit. Wanted to show you the choice of fabrics that I'm going to use for the cushions. I'm still deciding between those two for the main cushions. I think it's going to be this one, or it might be that one. Anyway, I can't make my mind up, but I'm going to have a little bit of gingham in there because I know who doesn't want a bit of gingham. So I might do that tonight. I'll see how I feel later. So we're in a brand new day. I didn't make the seat covers last night because I was just too tired, but I did dream up some ideas on how to do it, and I'm going to experiment with some fringing on the cushions, so I will see how that goes. It's not something I've done before. Sewing really isn't my forte, but I'm going to give it a go. Before I do that, I've decided to paint these white. Oh, sorry about the drilling. My husband is putting some new fencing up in the garden, so we're a hive of industry this morning. So I'm just using the white satin wood that I did the interior of the house. I've given this a light sanding. I think it might need 2 coats. I'm not going to put it on too thick. These have dried pretty sturdy today, so I'm really pleased. Everything's pretty sturdy. That's the shelving. So I'm going to get on with painting this, and then I'll show you later. There. That fits a treat. So there it is, all in situ now. The shelving's up. I've actually kept the shelving up with I put a little screw thing in the top. I'll probably paint over that at some point, but that just fits on there nicely now. Everything fits okay. There are some gaps down the sides of the seat by the roof, but you won't see those hopefully when the cushions and everything are on. I'm thinking I've got this kind of gap here. It might be nice to put some lights, so I might put some LED lights in there. I'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. It's not perfect. Some of it's a little bit wonky, but you know, it's okay. It's made of card and it's a doll's house. I'm pretty pleased. I finally decided on the dark blue with the moons for the cushions. I've used the original template for the seating to gauge the size, and all I've done is I've just made it about 1 centimetre bigger around the edges. I love sewing. I'm not particularly good at it, I have to say, but I do really enjoy it. I find it very therapeutic, and love fabric, and I love different colours of cotton. Unfortunately, I don't have this dark blue, so I'm probably going to do either the lighter blue or the black. So now my next step is to... My cotton's trying to escape. It's rolling away. I'm going to use this lighter colour. I'm going to make some fringing, so I'm just going to pull these little threads out and turn that into fringing, and then I'm going to pin it inside here. I'm hoping this is the way you do it. No, I need to go on the curve, but it's going to be more difficult because I have to curve it round, but I'm going to pin the fringing in and then the other piece on top, right sides together, pin that all together, sew it, leave the small end open so that I can fill it with some filler. I might use some beans, like beanbag beans, and then seal it up. So I'm going to get on with this, and then I'll show you how I've got on. It's crazy weather. Absolutely torrential rain. We've had thunder and lightning again today. I'm busy sewing. Been trying to listen to my podcast, but I can't hear it through the rain. So changeable. Both the cushions done now. This is the light blue fringing, so that all worked okay. No gingham yet, but there might be later. They're all fitted, the cushions are in. It's pretty much as I had in my head. I've got a bit more decorating to do. A coffee table would be nice, and maybe some side tables at the end here. But yeah, it's pretty much as I had. Tiny Gwen likes collecting animal figures, as you can see. Those are brass. Yeah, she's going to enjoy that with her friends. Well, that felt like 4 seasons of my life through this crazy weather, changeable weather, and also it did take a long time. I mean, I've cut it down to very short footage, but it took about a day and a half to get done in the end, which is a lot of work for a doll's house room. I don't spend that long in my own house, so maybe I should. But anyway, it was great fun. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this and you'd like to see what happens next, please like and subscribe. Hoping next time, probably a couple of weeks now, because I've got an online market to do for my glasswork. But I'm planning on doing some more miniatures, maybe a coffee table for the room, maybe some cushions. We'll see how we go. But thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.